About 100 million years ago, two tectonic plates moving across the Earth's crust met here in the Java Sea. Neither would yield. Driven by unimaginable forces, their edges were thrust upward, eventually breaking the surface to create thousands of islands. Together, this sea full of islands is now called Indonesia. So began in those warm, clear waters the evolution of one of the world's great natural treasures, Indonesia's coral reefs. This is a mysterious and quiet world, unequaled in its beauty and its complexity. Most of the world's reefs are at risk of extinction, Indonesia's in particular. In earlier times, with fewer fishers using simpler technologies, there was a reasonable relationship between ourselves and coral reefs. But now there are millions of fishers, and new technologies have pushed us away from any direct contact with the reefs. Land-based creatures, we have separated ourselves from this undersea world. With this separation, we have become alienated from coral reefs. Of many threats to them, this separation and the alienation that goes with it may prove to be the biggest danger of all. These are stories of men and women throughout Indonesia who are seeking to restore a healthy connection to this fast disappearing world. We call them people of the reefs. Indonesia is made up of about 14,000 islands scattered between Australia and Asia. It's the fourth most populous country in the world. Over 200 million people call it home. Some of the islands are uninhabited, but others, like the island of Java, are among the most densely populated places on Earth. You would never know it here on Ungaran Mountain. This mountain belongs to no one. No one seems to take more than is needed, and the nature of the mountain is left intact. This harmony between a population and its natural surroundings is one of the goals set out in the current Indonesian constitution. It's a lofty goal seen to be both practical and spiritual at the same time. Here, at the great Buddhist temple of Borobudur, also on the island of Java, these goals were carved in stone 1,000 years ago. The carvings, from the base to the top of the temple, describe the human journey from ignorance to enlightenment. As you move through the corridors, it's clear that this path is neither straight nor easy. On the panels, respect for nature is not just presented as an ideal, it is essential to life. A lone turtle is depicted here. Then, a sea monster attacking a boat full of people. The turtle lets the people climb onto her back, and she takes them to safety. Saved, they thank Buddha for the turtle and for their good fortune. This is an ancient metaphor for a positive relationship between humans and the rest of the natural world. How far this is from the reality of today. The turtle is now on her way to extinction, a victim of the human appetite, both for her eggs and her meat. Marvelously adapted to survive in her own environment, she, like all the creatures on a coral reef, has no chance against the human predator. There is an astonishing array of individual defense mechanisms on a coral reef. You can hardly see the little goby fish standing guard, but he's there to defend the shrimp so he can build a home. When it is done, the goby will get to live there, and they will both be safe. The skin of the clownfish has evolved to not feel the sting of the tentacles. The lionfish is made larger than it is with its spindly fins, but if its size does not deter a predator, the strong poison on the tips of her fins will. Unfortunately, what protects the individual species does not protect the entire coral reef. That is because the top predators are humans. We have the unique quality of destroying the very resources that nurture us. The clownfish and the lionfish are collected for aquariums. Corals are bombed and poisoned to access the fish that live among them. One approach is to protect the reefs through legislation. Recognizing the value of and condition of coral reefs, the government has set up 6 national marine parks in Indonesia. Together they cover almost 3 million hectares. Bunaken, about a 1-hour boat